Alright guys, let's talk about Pixel Gun 3D. And we're gonna have to talk about all of its issues right now. Alright, let's start with the first issue. When it comes to matchmaking, this game it should be where high-level players face against one another, but not like three cast members versus like casuals. It shouldn't be that way. If there was a system for matchmaking, it should be every 13 levels or every 5 levels. So players from level 1 to 5 fight one another and so on. But it should also be based off kill rate. So if you have a 1.0 kill rate to 1.99 kill rate, you face against players within the same range. If you're at a 2 kill rate, which is mean that you get 2 kills per every death that you get, it should be you face against people who have around the same. Like you could face against like 190s players with a 1.9 kill rate or a 2.9 kill rate, things like that. Alright, what else? So when it comes to prices, not really prices, when it comes to the events in this game, especially the lotteries, most of the people have everything in the lotteries already. To be completely fair, right? Like if you look at most of the 3-cast spammers, or like most of the people who pay a lot of money on this game, you will know that they don't really have much in the lottery for them to like go through. There's only gems in there at this point because they've received all the skins, all the weapons, all the cosmetics out of the chest, so they only have gems left. So basically, the lottery is only for like new weapons, which are harder to get. But also, is the lottery itself, the super chest lottery, it's not really rigged where it's like, okay, like you spin the chest and you don't get and you get something you don't want, but it's kind of like that, but not really. It's different because in the higher chest you have a higher chance of getting a cosmetic, but in the lower chest you have a higher chance of getting parts, which doesn't really make sense. But I will understand why. But like in the novice chest, it's very hard to get skins. Like you never get the skin first try. You have to open a bunch of chests just to get the skin. In the big chest, like in the super chest, you get it first try most of the time. Like in the super chest and winning chest, you usually get gems. You usually get currency, skins, cosmetics. You don't usually get the weapon. You don't usually get weapons or weapon parts in those chests. You don't. The fighter chest is the best one to get weapon parts, but you only get 25, so you're gonna have to get extremely lucky. Alright, what else? Alright, when it comes to the actual main event, like the skin event, we have the entire set. I like that system where it's like a liar. Like you have to, like with the card, just not rigged. The cards are not rigged. You have to actually think where it's going to be, and it's like chance. Like I'm fine with that system, but like when it comes to like the spin, the dice, it's completely random where you're gonna go. Cause like when you want a certain number, it gives you a different number, and you could be one space away, and it's gonna give you 2 or 3. Here's the thing: if you have like this. Let's just say there's VIP 4 spaces away from you. There's 10 coins 5 spaces away from you. There is 30 parts 6 spaces away from you. And there's 40 coins there's 40 coins 2 spaces away from you. It's not going to give you the parts. It's most likely going to either give you the VIP or the 10 coins. It's probably not going to give you the 40 coins, but if you get lucky, you can possibly get it. So, and the prices for it keep going up. Like, with the dice game, you start out with 5, but that game can get very expensive. You can lose 2,000 gems just on one weapon from one go, and you still don't get the weapon. So you have to spend a few thousand gems just to get the just to get the dice weapon. This goes for most of the other weapons too in like the set. It costs a lot to get it, so you actually have to think. You don't want to spend your gems here, because if you spend it here, you're not going to be able to use it somewhere else where it's more needed. So if I have, let's say I have 100 gems, right? And I want to go get the rivet gun that's in the set right now. If I actually tried it and tried to actually get 250 parts for it, I probably wouldn't be able to get it with 100 gems. I would probably need to grind or buy or buy gems to get it at least. And that's for free-to-play players who don't play this game every single day. If you're a grinder, it's not really a problem, because you can always just grind out the game and like grind out the pro tournament, and you get a super chest if you get first place. So like it really doesn't affect them as much as it would a free-to-play player. And the people who pay to win, it doesn't really matter to them, but at least they help keep this game alive, so I'm happy about that. Alright, what's next? Alright, maps. The game modes. Let's talk about this. When they rework maps, they do a fantastic job, but they usually only add them to 1 to 2 game modes. They usually only add them to team fight, or they only add them to deathmatch. They did just add their rework Atlantis to flag capture, but that was a decent way away. They did add one map. They did add another map to point capture and one to team strike, which is Global Suit Station, but that was 2 updates ago. But that's at least still decent. But the modes that don't get updated are, for example, Co-op Survival. They don't get updated. Well, they don't get updated anymore. Like, how do I say this? Co-op Survival doesn't get new maps, right? They don't get new maps at all. They have the same 4 maps that they've always had for a while now. What else? Wait, no, not this one. Let's see. What else? Duels hasn't had a new map. It still has the 4 same maps, Night Pool, and all the other maps that it has. It still has the same maps. What else? Siege, the random 4 hasn't been updated, but it doesn't need one. But I feel like that it needs some more like maps in there. Like, I don't mean like player maps. Like, I mean like random maps where the map updates itself. What else? Mini games doesn't get updated. Like, there's no new Deadly Games maps. There's no new racing maps. There's no new glider maps. There's no new Sniper Arena maps. The mini games doesn't get updated. Raids hasn't been updated since last year, and now was spring of last year. So it's almost been a year since Raid was updated, and now it's the Magical Raid. So Raids hasn't been updated. It doesn't have any new mechanics. Its rewards are pretty good, but I feel like it should be more for like the harder difficulties. What else? Alright, let's talk about brawls now. There used to be a brawl in this game where you could get gems for playing the brawl. There used to be a brawl like that in the 15.8 or 15.7 to 50.8 updates. It used to be one brawl that gave you gems if you got a certain amount of kills or points. Right? That was a good system. Like, that was a good brawl. They also said that they would have the 3-cast spam brawl for the 3-cast spammers. They only brought that brawl back once. And that's a fact. They only brought it back once. Like, I feel like that brawl should be brought back. Like, the old mechanics should be brought back for people who 3-cast spam at least once a month, that brawl. And it should last for at least like 2 to 4 days. Like that was a good, like that's a good raw opportunity. I know a lot of people still 3-cast spam now, but it's different, much different. It's much harder because they don't introduce weapons. They don't introduce a lot of weapons for 3-cast spammers anymore. They did just make the Marlin, which is good, but other than that, it's not too many 3-cast spam weapons that you have. When you really think about it, most of the weapons that they're introducing now have bullet travel. The weapons are good. They do a lot. They do damage. Like the new sniper and a demon catcher, like they do a lot of damage, but they have bullet travel, so 3-cast spammers or the pros are not likely to use them. Also, when I'm thinking about the game and the problems, I'm also gonna have to like think about the prices. But I know that the developers have to pay the game. They have to run the servers correctly. But when it comes to the in-game prices, yeah, if you grind, you're fine. Like when I'm talking about the legendary prices, like the legendary prices in like the armory, it shouldn't be like near 2,000 coins. I feel like it should be like 1,000 coins for a legendary. It shouldn't be like in the upper 1,000s to get a legendary weapon. You know what I mean? Like it should be within reach. So like a free-to-play player will have to put a lot of effort into getting the weapon, but it's not like it's going to take them a long time. Who is that? Also, when it comes to like in-game software at the moment, the servers I'm noticing a lot are usually, they're not down, but they're not functioning at full capacity. For some Android players, it's like lagging all the time. Hold up 1 second. Alright guys, I'm back. It's just the mailman. Alright, what were we doing? Oh yeah, we were talking about lag. So for some of the Android players, it's lag. There's a lot of lag for some of them. In Pixel Gun 3, for some of them, there's a lot of lag on the main menu. And when I mean there's a lot of lag on the main menu, I mean it's hard to like click on a button and get somewhere else. So that could like cost. So that's eventually gonna cost somebody some coins, some gems. Like they may have upgraded battle passes they didn't want to upgrade, and they just wasted battle credits by accident that they didn't really wanna use. So when it comes to like lag fixing, I feel like that should be something that's fixed. That should be fixed first, so more people could play the game. Because at least more people could play the game, they can at least enjoy the product that they downloaded, which is free. So what else am I going to touch up on? Let me think. What else? Alright, Battle Pass. The Battle Pass is a good introduction that's been here since the 15.2 update. It's a very good introduction, but with the challenges and like the rewards, there's always 5 weapons per battle pass. Like that's the format. There's always 5 weapons per battle pass. There's always a chest in there. There's always a mythic egg. There's always gems, coins. Like gems and coins are needed, but the chests and the cosmetics have always been there. Cosmetics are also needed, but like the chest has been there since the superhero season. Not superhero season. What season was it? This Operation Snow season. They've been there since. That was one of the best battle passes, but it's kind of getting old now. Plus the battle pass challenges have not changed, like Echo Soldier has said. The battle passes have not changed, and they should be changed every single season. So like what I'm thinking is that, alright, when you're making these battle pass challenges, make the challenges hard, but also make it to where the people play game modes that they normally would never play. So maybe add a raid challenge for like the end season battle pass challenges. Add a raid challenge, so like win a raid without dying. Like you could do like maybe that. Like win an entire raid without dying. Or in a raid, it should be gain 20,000 points in a raid match. Could be that. For maybe co-op survival could be the same thing. Get 10,000 points without dying, or it could be eliminate 50 enemies in one life. In Battle Royale, which they already had a health pack challenge, it could be within a vehicle, while on the passenger side of a vehicle, eliminate 5 people in the passenger side of a vehicle during one life. Wait, no. Eliminate 5 people in the passenger side of a vehicle in Battle Royale during one game. Right? It could be that. Or maybe for, let's say, point capture, they already have get 1 kill for every single category. But I'm thinking they could do like capture 10 points. Capture 10 points in point capture. Not like without dying. Not 10 points. Let's actually up that number. Let's up that to capture 18 points in point capture in one game. Right? They could do that. But it has to be in one game, because if they do it outside, it doesn't really apply. What else? What else are we thinking of? What else? With get 1,000 coins, that's pretty easy. So I'm thinking maybe change it so where open 2 super chests. Could be a challenge like that. But I feel like that would be too hard for most people. So get the 1,000 coins should be changed to like either gems or should be changed to gems. I feel like it should be like get 500 gems within the Battle Pass season, you know? You get 200 gems if you complete the amount of challenges that there are days in the Battle Pass. So that's like 200 like right there. So like you could get, so if you like get 500 gems season, you just need to grind out like 300 and you can get it. Boom. The challenge is done. When it comes to lucky chests, it should be, when it comes to lucky chests, I don't even think that should be a challenge. That challenge is not hard at all. Like, it should be replaced with like another game mode. Like, it should be replaced with like one of the mini games, like snipe, like arena. Like, it should be replaced with arena. Like, get 1 million points in arena, right? Or kill 2,000 monsters in arena. Could be like that. So that could be the Battle Pass challenges. What else? Because the Battle Pass is a good introduction. We already covered the challenges. The weapons. Alright, let's touch on the parts section. Most of the weapons in this game are now parts. And that's been this way for a while now. That's been this way for a while. And when I mean for like a while, it's been this way since the 15.0 updates. Has been this way. Every single weapon that they have introduced, well, most of the weapons, not every single one, most of the weapons that they introduced since that time have been parts. That's the only types of weapons, those are the main types of weapons they've been releasing. Parts. When it comes to parts, not everyone's going to be able to get these weapons that cost parts. And I know that for a fact. Not everyone's going to be able to get these weapons that cost parts. Because the part weapons, if you make everything to 50, it's going to be difficult to get the part weapons. There's no doubt about it. That's going to be hard to get. When you think about it, for some people who grind, parts are not really a problem. Not really a problem for them. But for a grinder, getting parts is harder than actually just buying something. Just buying a weapon with the in-game currency. So maybe they should introduce some more weapons that are for the armory. I know they're introducing the trader's van, but the weapons in the trader's van now are basically repeats of are basically weapons that we already have upgraded to max level, or weapons from the exclusive battle pass. Like the Ultimatum came back 3 times, I think, already. Like the cooler in that set came back a few times already. Like when they bring back these traders vans, it should be alright. You either bring back event weapons. Don't bring back the battle pass ones. Bring back event weapons, or bring weapons lower in the arsenal up. So when I mean bring lower weapons in the arsenal up, I mean like weapons, for example. What do I say? Like if you watch Echo's level 1 to 55 or 65 series, there are some of the weapons in there that are really good that they could bring to the traders van. Like they could bring the dual those dual red pistols to the game, to the traders van. They could bring something like the napalm cannon to the chart. I don't know what it's called, though. But I don't know what it's called, but I know it's a charged weapon in the heavy section that they could bring back at like max level. Like they could bring the Apocalypse back in there, like mythical grade. Like that thing, they could bring that back. Like what else could they do? They could bring lower level weapons and bring them back, or they could bring back like entire sets of weapons. Like they could bring the industrial set back. Like they could bring industrial set back of weapons that they have. They could bring back the gallery sets and back in traders vans and like charge a decent price for them. That's not too expensive, but at least you still need to like have a decent amount of currency on you to get it. What else could they do? They could also put some more weapon contests. Like make another weapon contest that they have that could like help the community. It's like what I mean to like for more people to express their creativity on like weapons they could use. Because we have the boomerang ability now, but there are a lot more that some of the fans are thinking about. Also, you might when you're doing traders vans, like create exclusive weapons, like what they're doing now with the Underwater Spec Up set. That's like that's one of the first ones that's unique. Besides like the ice cream thrower and like the eye toss when they came out, along with the comet, those weapons, the asteroid. What else? Like they should start bringing back old stuff. Like they could bring back remove weapons like the water rifle, the flower power. Like if you're OG, who's actually been here longer than I have, you know what I'm talking about. Like all the weapons that used to be here, but they removed them. I don't mean the auto aim weapons. Like I mean like the water rifle. Those other weapons. Who is this calling? No, other than that, that's how this game is. Okay, I don't know who that is, so we can continue. But what I'm also thinking about this game is that Pixagon is that it has a lot of potential. Like a lot of people have left the game because of reasons. Like they don't like the game as much as it used to be because they think it's pay to win. But if you're a grinder and you actually play this game decently long, you can actually do decently well in this game. You have to be good at this game to actually get somewhere though. So like that always leads back to matchmaking. Here's like the thing for the developers: if they fix the lag issues, then more people could play the game. Then when the lag issues are fixed, more people can play the game longer, so then they can advance more. Also, a thing in this game that they could do with the rewards is like, for example, something that Pixel Strike does. When you get the more kills in a match you get, the more coins you get. Things like that. Without dying. It should be the more skill you have in the game, the more coins you get per match. However, it should also be where the weapons are balanced. Like the luxury beats have been nerfed, I know, but they're still incredibly good. It's not just because of the area damage though. The charm plus area damage makes the weapon good. Like I don't mean nerf it to the point where it's unusable. Don't nerf it to the point where it's unusable like they did with the raccoon. Don't do that. Nerf it to where it's still viable in today's meta, but it's not going to dominate every single game. Like it's still gonna get you kills, but it's not gonna dominate. Like that should be how it should be. So, like all the OP heavy weapons, right? Every single one should have like a pull-out delay. You can keep the damage on them. But the ones that do high damage should have a pull-out delay. So keep the damage on them high, but they should have mobility. Well, like they do high damage, but they should have emperors on other things. So, like for example, if you have a heavy that's like, let's say we have the baby's oven. Say you have that, and it does high damage, like it one-shots people, right? It could still one-shot people, but what it should do is that it should take a while to load up, and it should take a while to put bullets back in. So, and it should make you very slow. I know the mobility right now is 50, but the Stormfall Seeds had a mobility of 30, I believe. So if you make heavy slower to use, but they have a high damage, that could be good. Like high damage heavies that are very slow, that are slow when you have them equipped, is a very good system. Like with assault rifles, you don't make the bullets powerful, but you make them have a lot of ammo and make them shoot fast. So then the weapon is better. That's how it should work. But other than that, those are the main issues with this country at the moment that I see. I think in the next video I'll talk about the positives that they have, because there are a lot of positives as well. But in the meantime, this is the end of the video. So I hope all of you guys enjoyed the video so far. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time, tomorrow I guess. Or I'll try to stream Physical 3D again if it doesn't crash. Alright guys. Bye.